Hello there, and thank you for purchasing Rocket Lasso's newest plugin, Slicer. Hello there, and thank you for purchasing Slicer from Rocket Lasso. Presumably, you have purchased, downloaded, unzipped Slicer, and you are now watching this install video. So here's how we install on the Mac. There are two different ways you might need to do it. One is if you're in an older version, then you will be installing Hello there, and thank you for purchasing Rocket Lasso's. Hello there, and thank you for purchasing the newest tool. Hello there, and thank you for purchasing Slicer from Rocket Lasso. Now, presumably you have downloaded the Hello there, and thank you for purchasing Slicer from Rocket Lasso. Presumably you have purchased, downloaded, unzipped, and are currently watching this install video. Now, if you're on the Mac, there are two different versions that you have to deal with because of new security features that the Mac has. If you are in a slightly older version of Cinema, if you are in R20, then you are going to install that version. If you're in 21 or beyond, then this is the copy you want to install, and that would be if you're in Catalina, Big Sur, or beyond. So that is the version I am currently in. So I will select this Mac 21 Plus folder, right-click and copy, and then move into the copy of Cinema 4D that I want to install into. So here it is. I have it open. Going into the Cinema 4D preference folder. That should pop open this window, and you can move to plugins right here. Here, there are no paths whatsoever, but that's where we're going to eventually install. But there's actually two places you might be able to put it. So the other one is click this Open Preferences folder, and once that pops open, mine's going to look super crazy because we do development here, obviously, so we have a lot of different copies. So I'd have to find the correct copy of Cinema 4D, and then inside there you'll find your plugins folder, and you could right-click and add it in. Clicking this Open Preferences folder, it's going to pop open a window. Mine's going to look a little bit crazy because we're doing development over here, so this is pretty filled up. Selecting the correct folder for your current version of Cinema, you'll find a plugins folder where you could right-click and paste it in there. That's one option. You then restart Cinema 4D. That is not where I'm going to install it. Instead, I will go and remote into a particular folder. So going into any folder on my OS, I can travel to a folder where I'm going to install my plugins. In my case, I have a folder on the desktop called Plugins Local, and I will right-click and add it into this folder. So now I have a copy of Rocket Slicer right there. Traveling back into my preferences, I can say Add Folder and navigate to that exact same folder. So here it is. You can see Plugins Local, selecting that, say Open, and now that is the path showing up in this preference. Closing that and closing Cinema 4D, we can quit, and then immediately after it closes, reopen it again. Close the quick start, and now under extensions, possibly in an older version it would be plugins, you should see the Rocket Slicer. Creating a copy of that, you can create any model, keep it simple, and create a sphere here. Drop it in as a child, and you should see the child get consumed, and it's replaced by a series of splines. So that will wrap this up. Thank you so much for supporting Rocket Lasso and purchasing this tool, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye. Hello. In your extensions dropdown, or possibly plugins, depending on your version, you should see those plugins all, well, not all three. Now, inside of the extensions dropdown, or possibly plugins, you will have your Rocket Slicer. Selecting that one, it'll appear here in our Object Manager. That can be fed a model. Keeping it simple, I'll just make a sphere, drop it as a child, and the sphere will be consumed, and now a series of splines are being returned instead. So make sure you check out the instructional videos for Slicer. You can actually get to those easily by clicking this question mark button right here. And that should wrap this up. Thank you again for purchasing, and I'll see you in a future live stream or tutorial. Bye-bye.